Have you ever walked into your kitchen, held your bottle of vitamin B12, and wondered if you were actually getting the benefit you thought you were? What if I told you that for millions of seniors, the way they take this vitamin, this supposedly simple supplement, could be completely undermining its effects? What if the problem isn't the vitamin itself, but how it's being absorbed, used, and even timed in your daily routine? If you've ever felt frustrated that despite faithfully taking your B12, your energy levels don't seem to improve, your memory feels foggy, or your stamina for everyday tasks isn't what it used to be, you are not alone. Many people over 60 experience this quietly. You follow the instructions, you do what you're told, yet something still feels off. And it's not your fault. In fact, experts have observed that as we age, our bodies undergo subtle changes that affect the way vitamins are absorbed. This isn't widely talked about, and it can leave even the most health-conscious seniors feeling a little discouraged. Now, imagine being able to finally unlock the full potential of B12, feeling sharper, more energized, and confident in your balance and mobility again. That's what this countdown is all about. We're going to dive into 5 critical ways seniors often take vitamin B12 wrong, and more importantly, what adjustments you can make that could help you feel the difference in daily life. Before we go further, a quick but important note. Consult your healthcare provider before starting new exercises or routines. Stop if pain, dizziness, or discomfort occurs. Use support if needed. This is about safety and empowerment, not risk. What's fascinating is that this issue isn't new. Many seniors notice that even with consistent supplementation, results vary wildly. Some feel energized after a week, others see no change for months. Why is that? Research suggests that absorption decreases naturally with age. Stomach acid levels decline, certain digestive enzymes become less active, and interactions with other medications or supplements can interfere without anyone realizing it. So the advice that worked in your 40s may not work the same way now. It's not about blame or laziness. It's about understanding a subtle, often overlooked mechanism. And once you grasp it, small tweaks can lead to noticeable improvements in energy, memory, balance, and overall vitality. Imagine getting up in the morning without that sluggish fog, feeling your legs steady when you climb the stairs, or having the mental clarity to enjoy conversations and hobbies fully. That's the kind of impact even tiny adjustments to B12 intake can have when done correctly. Many people think, I take my supplement daily, isn't that enough? But experts have observed that timing, form, and combination with other nutrients can make a huge difference. A simple shift could change the way your body uses B12, from a supplement sitting in your stomach to a nutrient actively supporting nerve health, red blood cell production, and energy metabolism. And here's the key. This isn't about taking more pills. More isn't always better. It's about smarter intake, knowing which form of B12 works best for your body, when to take it, and what might be standing in the way of absorption. Over the next several minutes, we're going to explore 5 essential adjustments. Each one is backed by broad scientific understanding and expert observation. They are practical, slow-paced, and fully applicable to daily life after 60. You won't find complex jargon or impossible routines here, just clear, actionable steps. By the end of this countdown, you'll have a new perspective on B12, how to maximize it safely, why the common approaches often fail, and how these changes can support energy, balance, cognitive clarity, and overall well-being. Many seniors are surprised to discover that even small tweaks, like changing the form of the supplement or pairing it with the right nutrients, can have ripple effects throughout the body. You might notice steadier energy during morning walks, less brain fog while reading, or simply feeling more capable with day-to-day activities. These aren't promises or magic fixes. They're potential benefits that emerge when the body finally absorbs B12 efficiently. And that's what makes this topic so important. Too often, seniors accept a low-energy label as a natural part of aging, when in fact, The solution may be as simple as adjusting the way they take a vitamin. The frustration you've felt isn't a sign of failure. It's a signal that your approach may need a minor but impactful update. So, let's get started. We'll move step by step from overlooked mistakes to practical solutions in a way that feels approachable and doable. And as we go, I'll share insights that may surprise you, because the right timing and method can amplify the effects of B12 in ways many people never notice until they try it. Now, let's talk proof. Why should you believe that changing the way you take vitamin B12 actually matters? First, consider the system-wide benefits that B12 supports. Research suggests that adequate B12 intake can help with energy metabolism, neurological function, cardiovascular health, and red blood cell production. That's a wide spectrum. Essentially, B12 touches multiple aspects of daily functioning. Yet the advice commonly given to seniors often falls short. Take one pill a day with breakfast sounds simple, but for many, it doesn't align with how their body processes B12. Stomach acidity, digestive enzyme activity, and interactions with medications can all reduce absorption. What seems like faithful supplementation may not be delivering the intended effect. Experts have observed that small adjustments can improve efficiency dramatically. Switching to a sublingual form, spacing doses differently, or pairing B12 with other nutrients can create noticeable changes in energy, mental clarity, and physical steadiness. These are practical tweaks, not complicated routines. Beyond energy, proper B12 utilization supports nerve health, which can affect balance and mobility. Many seniors notice subtle tremors, numbness, or tingling when B12 levels are suboptimal. Correcting intake strategies can be part of an approach that preserves independence and confidence in daily activities. Another overlooked aspect is cognitive support. While B12 alone isn't a cognitive enhancer, many people notice improved focus and mental clarity when B12 levels are adequately supported. This can help with everything from remembering names to managing medications or enjoying hobbies without fatigue or distraction. And here's a critical point: time efficiency matters. Seniors are often juggling multiple supplements, medications, and lifestyle adjustments. A smarter B12 strategy doesn't require adding complexity. It fits naturally into your daily routine while maximizing benefit. This is what makes it sustainable, not just a temporary fix. Now, before we move to the countdown itself, I want to introduce a curiosity lock, a concept that will keep you thinking as we move forward. Among the 5 adjustments, one particular step consistently produces noticeable differences in energy and clarity. Experts often refer to it as the timing switch. It's subtle, but when done correctly, many people feel a change within days. This is the step we'll reveal last, but I'll tease it along the way so you're primed for the transformation. Imagine the impact: steady energy in the morning, sharper mental focus, and even subtle improvements in balance, all from a small, well-timed adjustment. That's the kind of insight that can turn frustration into empowerment. And it's why paying attention to these 5 items matters more than simply continuing with the routine you've been following. As we count down through each adjustment, I want you to picture real-life applications. We'll break down why each tweak matters after 60, how it affects your body in plain English, and step-by-step instructions so you can implement it safely. We'll also cover common mistakes, easier variations, slightly more advanced progressions, and the emotional encouragement that comes from noticing even small improvements. But before we start, I'd love to hear from you. Comment below your age, where you're watching from, and what you currently notice about your energy levels or memory. This community thrives when we share experiences, and often, just reading someone else's story can spark insights you hadn't considered. There's no pressure, just a conversation among people committed to staying active, healthy, and sharp. Now, let's begin the countdown. Number 5, form matters. Choosing the right B12. At first glance, all B12 supplements seem the same. A small tablet or capsule maybe a sublingual lozenge. But here's the reversal. Looks simple, but the chemical form of B12 determines how efficiently your body can use it. There are several forms: methylcobalamin, cyanocobalamin, adenosylcobalamin, but not all are processed the same way. Research suggests that certain forms are better absorbed for seniors, especially those with lower stomach acid or digestive changes. Why it matters after 60. Absorption efficiency can drop by up to 30% or more in seniors. The wrong form may pass through your system with minimal effect. Daily life application. A lozenge that dissolves under your tongue or a chewable form might provide more direct access to the bloodstream, bypassing digestive limitations. Think of it like bypassing a traffic jam. The sublingual or methyl form is a fast lane, while a standard pill has to go through the congested digestive system. Step by step. 1. Check your supplement form. Methylcobalamin is often preferred. 2. Place a sublingual tablet under your tongue after meals for optimal absorption. 3. Allow it to dissolve fully. Avoid swallowing immediately. Common mistakes: swallowing sublingual tablets too quickly or assuming one form fits all. Coaching cue. This is the part most miss. Using the right form consistently rather than sporadically. Frequency: daily or as recommended by your healthcare provider. Easier variation: start with half the tablet to gauge tolerance. Slightly harder progression: combine with a B complex for broader support. Unexpected bonus benefit: better mood regulation for some seniors. You're giving your body the form it can actually use. Next, we'll uncover why timing can make or break your B12 intake. Number 4. Timing is everything. At first glance, taking your B12 with breakfast seems logical. But here's the twist. Looks simple, but the body's absorption rhythms matter. Experts have observed that mornings aren't always best, especially with coffee or certain foods that interfere with absorption. Why it matters after 60. Stomach acid and enzyme levels fluctuate throughout the day, influencing how much B12 actually enters your bloodstream. Daily life application. Spacing B12 away from caffeine, calcium, or high-fiber foods can improve uptake. Think of your stomach as a sponge. Timing determines how saturated it is and how much vitamin it can soak up. Step by step. 1. Choose a consistent time away from breakfast staples that may interfere. 2. Consider mid-morning or early afternoon when your body can process B12 more efficiently. Common mistakes: taking it with coffee, dairy, or high-fiber cereal. Coaching cue. Many miss the interference from everyday foods. Frequency: daily, same time each day. Easier variation: take on an empty stomach if tolerated. Slightly harder progression: track energy for a week to identify optimal timing. Unexpected bonus: improved alertness in late morning. Emotional: just a shift in timing can make your routine feel more powerful. Next, we'll explore combinations that boost absorption even further. Number 3. Pair wisely. The nutrient team. Looks simple, but taking B12 alone may limit its effect. Research suggests certain nutrients, like folate, vitamin B6, and riboflavin, can enhance B12 function. Why it matters after 60. Synergistic nutrients support metabolic pathways that naturally slow with age. Daily life application. Consider pairing your B12 with a B-complex or folate-rich foods for more effective energy support. Think of nutrients as team players. B12 works best when its teammates are present. Step by step. 1. Take B12 alongside a B-complex or folate-rich meal. 2. Avoid mixing with high-dose vitamin C immediately, which can interfere. Common mistakes: isolated supplementation without context. Coaching cue. Timing and combination are the secret many seniors overlook. Frequency: consistently, daily, or as recommended. Easier variation: add leafy greens or beans at the same meal. Slightly harder progression: track which combinations produce best energy. Unexpected bonus: better mood support. Small dietary tweaks can amplify your supplement's effect. Now, let's uncover a method that directly improves energy and nerve support. Number 2. Consistency beats quantity. At first glance, taking a megadose seems like it should be faster, but here's the reversal. Looks simple, but your body responds better to steady, consistent intake than occasional high doses. Why it matters after 60? Absorption mechanisms are slower, and spikes can be wasted. Daily life application. Daily low to moderate doses maintain blood levels more effectively. Imagine filling a cup slowly versus dumping water. It holds more steadily. Step by step. 1. Take your chosen dose at the same time daily. 2. Avoid catch-up megadoses. Common mistakes: skipping days then doubling up. Coaching cue: steady rhythm often produces the biggest, most noticeable results. Frequency: daily. Easier variation: use a pill organizer for routine. Slightly harder progression: log energy levels alongside intake. Unexpected bonus: fewer digestive disturbances. Emotional encouragement: you're building a rhythm that supports lasting energy. Finally, the number 1 adjustment that can make the biggest difference. Number 1. The timing switch. Morning versus evening optimization. This is the step we teased earlier. At first glance, the timing switch may seem minor, but it's the adjustment that many seniors notice first in energy and clarity. Experts have observed that taking B12 at a personalized optimal time, often not immediately upon waking, can maximize absorption and support daily activity cycles. Why it matters after 60. It aligns B12 uptake with natural circadian rhythms, digestion patterns, and energy demands. Daily life application. Experiment with mid-morning or post-lunch timing, and note how your energy responds over several days. Syncing intake with your body's natural rhythms improves efficiency. Step by step. 1. Track your energy over several days at different times. 2. Adjust B12 intake to when you feel most alert and ready for activity. Common mistakes: following generic timing advice. Coaching cue. Personalization is key. This is where you may see the most difference. Frequency: daily, consistently at chosen optimal time. Easier variation: start with small adjustments, shifting 30 minutes earlier or later. Slightly harder progression, combined with sublingual form and nutrient pairings. Unexpected bonus: improved mental clarity and subtle mood lift. Noticing even small changes validates your effort. Remember to hit like and subscribe if these insights resonate. You won't want to miss our future deep dives into senior health tips. Now, wrapping up, these 5 adjustments work because they align supplementation with the body's natural patterns and needs after 60. Simplicity is a major advantage. Small, sustainable changes outperform complex routines or high-dose experiments. A weekly routine might include consistent intake at optimal timing, pairing with B-complex or folate, and tracking energy changes. Over time, progress, not perfection, is the goal. Even modest improvements in daily energy, balance, or clarity can boost confidence and independence. Before we close, think about these 3 questions. 1. Which daily movement has become harder lately? 2. How many minutes per week do you currently move? 3. What's your biggest challenge staying consistent? Replying helps you reflect and creates a supportive community. Finally, thank yourself for showing up and investing in your health. Even small adjustments, like taking vitamin B12 in the right form at the right time and in combination with supporting nutrients, can empower you to feel more energetic, alert, and steady. Age isn't a limit. It's an opportunity to fine-tune your routines with knowledge and care. Keep going, notice small wins, and trust that consistent, informed choices add up. You're capable of making meaningful changes at any age, and today is a perfect day to start.